Today I'd like to talk about data quality with the data build tool known as DBT. Today's agenda, we're going to talk about the different tests that we can create in DBT. The following is the list of the tests. We can test if a column is not null. We can test if a column is unique. We can test values that are acceptable for a column to have. We can determine relationships. A lot of times when we create a warehouse, there is no enforcement of primary and foreign keys. Last but not least, custom tests allow the designer to add business rules to check for quality. This is the DBT project. We can see that there is 4 different raw files, okay? Books, dates, loans, and members. There is 3 different snapshots. Those are slowly changing dimensions type 2. Book 02, date 02, members 02. Last but not least, we're going to create a dimensional model. So we have books, dates, members, and loans. If we type DBT and then build, we're going to get our completed schema. So hit refresh. And we can see now we have our loan, stage, and 3 snapshots. So this is our raw zone, which is we would consider as bronze. This is our silver zone, so we're refining it a little. For instance, we're doing slowly changing dimensions here, okay? And we're also merging, okay? So this is stage. So again, this is silver. And last but not least, our gold is our data mark, okay? So how do you do tests? There's 2 ways to do tests. We can define them in a YAML file, or we can define them with SQL. Book ID has a not null condition as well as a unique condition, okay? We also went down and said, hey, the genre, okay, accepts the following values: biography, fiction, history, science fiction, and text. Last but not least, if we go to loans, right, we're looking to say, hey, there's a relationship between the book ID and the loan, okay? So now we have defined our data tests. Let's see if we can break them and see which ones actually show as being bad. Show me a book with record ID 1. Well, we want to do duplicate values. So what we can do is we can say, hey, insert another book with 1. So now we have 2 values. So we know that the ID is supposed to be something. We're going to insert a record with a null. Accepted values. We know that health is not an accepted value. So what we're going to do is we're going to update 2 records to make them health. Okay, so let's break the relationships. We know that data loans set book ID 99 where it's 1. We should be getting something in the actual relationships, right? We got unique, not null, accepted values. But guess what? We do not see an error in the relationship. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, so for some reason that doesn't work. Let's fix our data. So we're gonna basically say dbt and then we type seed. And if we reseed the files and we do a test, all the errors should go away. And then we'll talk about 2 custom tests we can do. Okay, so if right now, again, you can put these data tests in any type of properties or schema file. Please look at the documentation. But there is a test directory in which we can do custom tests. So here's test. And there's 2 tests. Loans to books says, hey, find out if there's an error, right? And overdue, right? Anything greater than 30. Now I had 90 because I knew there's errors with 30, okay? So I'm going to close all. Okay. And now we can also run, we know that loans to books. Let's break that. We can do that by running this again. Before we saw that for some reason the relationship tests in the properties did not work. And we can see there's 1 fail. And this here, and we're going to say store the failures. The nice thing about this, it's going to create a new table for us, and it's going to put all the details in there. And this would be great if we have business users that can go look at the data and fix it for us. Query, and we do this and execute. Oops, we have 5. So maybe it's greater than equal. Did I have greater than equal? I did not have the equal. So let's see if the equal changes it. And sure enough, there's 5. Thank you for attending this short video.